at the chiropractor today, and I asked them, like, oh, do you get a lot of injuries? She's like, yeah. She was saying, from the boot camp stuff, people don't work out, and then they push themselves. They go from not working out to pushing themselves in the gym, doing these intense workouts, and their body can't handle it. So don't kill yourself in the gym trying, to get healthy. That's awesome that you want to start working out and this and that. And I think joining a gym could be a great thing because of the motivation and inspiration you get from other people there. So, sorry, that was was that step? I can't remember what step that was. Sorry, I had a phone call. Step 4 is making time for yourself every day. Now, I get it. We all have really busy lives. Like, so busy, especially around the holidays. Oh, my God. And sorry, I'm going to stop shaking the screen. So I'm not telling you to have like an hour of spa treatment a day. Okay. I'm not ridiculous and I don't have that kind of money. But what I'm telling you is you have to spend and do something nice for yourself every day. So often people are like, oh, I want to get healthy. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to have more energy. I want to be there for my kids in the future. I don't want health problems. I know I'm on my way. But then they're like, oh, they come back and they're like, no, I don't have time. My kids, my schedule, da da da. And I get it. There's going to be some points in life where it is too busy, maybe. Although I'll be like the crazy woman, like dragging her kid, like doing those stroller workouts because it's just like that important for my stress relief and emotional health. See, Ingrid said she hurt her back. That's right, doing Orange Theory 2 years ago. And my other friend did too, Zamora. That's crazy. So anyways, make time for yourself every day. There is no excuse unless you're like breastfeeding a baby all day and can't work out because you just gave birth. That's you, Brittany. That unless you're doing that, you should be able to carve 15 minutes out of your day twice a day. Maybe not every day, but most days. Or you could get a step tracker, even like this is in regards to working out, and just track your steps. You might have to do a quick dance party to get your steps up. You might find yourself taking the stairs more at work. But here's the thing, you can't, if you don't give yourself, good foods and make time to move your body and just do basic, the bare minimum, you might have to look at that and rearrange some things in your life because you can't pour from an empty cup. And like we talked about in the challenge, I know I keep shaking the screen. Like we talked about in the challenge, lifestyle diseases are epidemic right now because we have this culture of busyness, and it's not going to change until, and I think people are starting to see that, until we stop glorifying the busyness and go back to making some time for ourselves, like saying it's not okay to work 12 hours a day every day when it's not necessary. Because a lot of times people, we take our work home. I mean, I've done it. I still do it sometimes. We take our work home with us. And people never really get a break because not only do they have to work the 8 to 10 hours a day, but then after work, I have, people checking their email all night and working all night. And I'm sorry, but unless I'm being paid like $1 million, I ain't doing that. Now, what I'm saying is there's always a way to make some time for yourself. And if there's not, your health is what's going to suffer. And thanks, Danny. And, we've gone to the extreme with work and hustle and all this, and it's biting us in the ass. And, all these health issues are just insane. I mean, literally our generation, despite all the medical advances and everything, our generation, or I forgot what generation, the newer generation is not expected to outlive their parent, or the other generation. I mean, because we went from like, a society and a culture back in the day of like, working, but eating family dinners together, taking time on the weekends to spend with family, whether it's going to church or just spending time in nature, or, it was just much more community, family oriented, and people made some time for themselves. Whereas now, people just don't make the time. And I get it. Like, you have to, for me, I had to say like, yeah, like that's not okay. I do need to make this time for myself. I am worth it, and it is possible. Hi, Jennifer. So, and yes, Igor said we're addicted to our phones. We are. I put a tracking thing on my phone, and it stinks because I use it for, face. Oh my God, this is my psycho face. Kiki likes to bully Lola when she jumps on the couch. I don't know why. What was I saying? Kiki, come here. We got to get you adopted. Let me grab Kiki. I really need to get this dog adopted. Here. I'm not playing with you. Come here. Come on, Mama. Oh, you see this girl. Okay. All right. Kiki really needs a home. Whoa! Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Note to self, don't do that during a Facebook Live session again. Okay. So, Kiki, say hi. Oh, so cute. Sorry, I know my dog voice is annoying. So, thank you people for laughing at that. So, I don't know what the hell I was saying, but I will tell you this. Okay. That's okay, Court. So yeah, we work too much, and companies are seeing that it's costing them in health insurance, and now they're making it more of a point to give their employees wellness programs and not more time off, but not expect them to answer emails all night, because we never dealt with this before. We never had iPhones and We never had, oh my God, like that connection to the internet, email, and this and that. And so it's a new thing, and boundaries have been set, and or boundaries are starting to be set. I'm sorry, my hair is so funky. And Kiki's so cute. She's like literally fighting with this pillow right now. Get it. Okay. So, I want you to know that you should be able to carve, 15 minutes out of your day to do something for yourself, whether it's a bath or quick workout or whatever it is. Just or maybe it's like getting some good food for yourself, some quality food. So, because a lot of times, we think, self-love and self-care, it's selfish, especially when people have kids and families. And it's like, you can't pour from an empty cup is the point. And I just want you to know that you deserve time for yourself. You probably take care of a lot of people, and you have to ask yourself, and I've asked clients this, well, who takes care of you? Because no one is, and they're not taking care of themselves. So, so yes. And the other thing is, many times we gain weight, and we have self-loathing and self-hate and feeling that you're not enough. Oh my God, this dog. I should not have taken her on the couch, because this pillow fight is right next to me now. Okay, sorry. So a lot of times, you feel like you're not enough and you're not worthy enough. And so is this my fifth thing? God, too many distractions. yeah, this is my fifth thing, I think. Yeah. The fifth thing is you have to love yourself the way you are now. So I know this is a hard one. It was like mission impossible for me. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like nobody does that, you know, because I put so much of my self-worth on my appearance and my food intake, and I was just so critical of myself. So this is really important because until these issues are looked at, it's impossible to lose weight and keep it off. I mean, otherwise you're just going to keep beating up yourself. And this dog is eating the freaking pillow. I shouldn't show that if I want to get her adopted. Okay, so yeah, so you're not gonna love yourself anymore if you lose the weight. I mean, it was a painful lesson. I remember learning it. It was like, okay, like every time I would reach this goal weight I had, I was like, why am I not happier? Why is it all okay now? Like, because in my head, everything was going to be perfect if I could just look a certain way or get to that weight. And it doesn't change. And that's a hard lesson, other people have learned. And which is why they've a lot of times gained back the weight too. And so until these issues are looked at, it's you've got to start where you're at and love yourself where you're at. And a lot of times I have my clients I always have my clients write out a list of the things they like about themselves, or, people say to them a lot that they admire in them. And it makes a huge difference, because then when people are focusing on the food, they start to think like, this is ridiculous. It's not a big deal. If I'm this way, all these other things matter. And I have all these other things about myself that are amazing. So in my coaching program, I spent a lot of time, obviously, on the mental part. And you've got to make friends with the person you see in the mirror, because you're already enough, and many people don't think that. They think because they're not a certain weight, they're not enough, which is just crazy. But that's how our culture has brainwashed us, and I've been there too. So if you're having trouble with that, talk to somebody about it, especially a friend, and start reminding yourself of that list you wrote about yourself. And literally you retrain your brain, and it makes such a huge difference. I remember, hi Jody, I remember making a list about myself. I actually did it with my sister. This was probably 15, 16 years ago. And I was so effing uncomfortable. I was almost resentful that she was making me do it. And I couldn't put one thing on. I was like, oh, I'm nice. And so she had to start it for me. And then I had to do it in private because it was too uncomfortable. So, I had some low self-esteem. So we want you to make friends with the person. And when you talk to yourself like that, think about, would you talk to a friend that way? And a lot of times you would say, no, of course you wouldn't. So it's treat yourself that same way. And is this number 5 or 6? I don't even know anymore. But the other one I want you to do is, if you're trying to eat healthier, is reward yourself with something other than food. Because we already do it with food. And, thanks. Ingrid said 5. So this is 5. Reward yourself and your new behavior, but not with food. Or it could be not with food. So it could be, a new workout outfit, or it doesn't even have to be fitness related, but some people get excited about that. It could be a massage. It could be a self-care treatment, cupping or infrared sauna, or it could be your nails. It could be doing something that you put off for a long time, and now it's you are ready to do it. It could be exploring something that you haven't done. And think about it, we do it with kids, we do it with animals, and we do it with ourselves, but we just usually use food. And so a much better option would be like a self-care, self-love thing, but not in the form of food. And also the weight loss, I encourage you not to focus on the weight loss and to focus on behaviors instead, because the scale is not accurate and it doesn't reflect your efforts. Behavior change, weight loss takes time if that's your goal, and changing your behavior takes time. So don't rely on the scale. It's just not, oh God, I hope they don't fight on Facebook Live. It's not an accurate indicator. Healthy behaviors, though, will always produce results. That's why I always just focus on behaviors and never ask about the stupid scale, because it's stupid and it doesn't tell us jack. Somebody like that. Okay, so, and also the scale always derails people. I mean, whether it's good or bad. When it's good, when they've lost weight, they're like, oh, I could like eat a bunch of shit, you know, and when they gain weight, they're like, oh, I hate myself, I'm gonna eat a bunch of shit. So the scale, I want you to put, I'm gonna start having clients who weigh themselves because I usually don't let them, but it's like I can't follow them around. I'm gonna have them put a sticky note on there saying the scale does not measure, you know, how amazing, beautiful, and all the like, you know, real characteristics and character of you. It's just a stupid number. So I always, you know, create a list with my people, my clients, and help them think of things that they could do that are nice for themselves, because we just don't do that enough. Oh, hey, Pete. When are you guys coming over? And okay, so that was number 5. And if you think about it, like, we show up to, oh, no, the other one is accountability. That's what I wanted to talk about too. I think this is number 6. Okay, I'm off on my numbers, but the other one is ask for support and be accountable. So all research shows that having support system, I just read a study on this, for people trying to lose weight in particular, improves your chances of losing weight, getting healthy, and staying that way. I forgot what the exact number was, but it was pretty significant. So think about it. Like, most of us only ate vegetables as kids because we had to. Our parents said so. Like, we were accountable. Unless you had a dog and you would feed the dog the vegetables. And most of us would make our beds because our moms, you know, made us. Most of us show up at work because we have a boss, and so we're accountable. We have, you know, people to be accountable constantly. And a lot of times when people are trying to make hard changes that they've struggled with forever, they try to do it on their own. And we need support. Like, we're human. It's just in our DNA. And that's what people have different professions for. And that's how our world runs. Like, we all have services. So, you know, I always tell people, don't be upset or think like you suck because you've failed at your New Year's resolutions or getting healthier in the past. Just try to be accountable to somebody and you will see the difference. I mean, I've done so many programs. I still have a coach, and also work with somebody who's like still learning, and that's really important as well. And because it makes such a difference, you know, it's the only way we really, a lot of times, show up and change and hold ourselves accountable. So there's no reason to do it alone. I'm passionate about it. Obviously, you could always reach out to me. In fact, I was supposed to set up this system where you could sign up to do a free, I'm going to do free 20-minute like breakthrough sessions with people, just because I know the holidays are coming up and New Year's resolutions, and I just want as many people as possible to succeed at their health goals and start living healthier and feeling better, because my whole passion and purpose is to help women, and I do work with some men, stop dieting, because dieting is such a waste of time. It ruins your confidence, your self-worth. It wastes time and energy that you could be spending on doing things you love, like we, realized in that 5 Why exercise. And it's just an evil industry, the diet industry, and this sick culture that supports it. And people, I just hate seeing so many people struggle with it, because they've all been just confused the hell, and it's so not necessary is my point. Oh my God, Kiki is trying to tear apart this pillow. But it's my fault. I need to stop allowing that behavior and start rewarding her with good behavior. So I hope after this session you walked away with some new ideas and ways to start living healthier and happier, because that's what it's really about. If you think weight loss is going to make you happy, it's not. We've all tried it. It doesn't work. And you've got to find other ways and look at it differently. So that is it. This concludes it. It went way too long, but I was a little frazzled because of my late start time. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as Lola. I don't even think she hears me. She's going deaf. I love you guys, and have a good Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you. All right, bye-bye.